My name is Rineer. I'm 27 years old, and I am a counselor assistant at a local drug and alcohol rehabilitation facility. I think I was 12 or 13 when I first knew that I was gay, because everyone was developing, all the boys were starting to notice the girls, and I was best friends with all the girls and wasn't noticing them in that way. It started to separate me from the other boys, and that's when I knew that something wasn't the same as with all the other boys. I just couldn't put my finger on it. Lancaster has actually grown in leaps and bounds recently. It's funny because when you think of Lancaster, you think of very conservative, you think of the Amish, but I have found the opposite to be true. When you talk to some of the very conservative religious folk in the area, you can hit some brick walls. There are some very unfriendly organizations around here. But on a whole, Lancaster is not that way. Working with the Lancaster Pride organization, I have been able to talk to a lot of people in the local government, and the city is very friendly. In the 70s, that's when the Stonewall riots occurred, and which is when people who are gay, people who are lesbian, people in the LGBT community, we finally got a voice, and that's when things started to change. The Stonewall riot was at a bar in New York where the police raided the gay bar, and for once, people did not let it happen. They fought back. It started with the drag queens. They physically fought the cops, and things just grew from there. Lancaster Pride, we started about seven years ago, and it was a very small group of gay and lesbian people. They actually met in their kitchens. And the first festival was supposed to be held 8 years ago, but because of some complications, it wasn't held. It was actually to be in someone's backyard. And so then 7 years ago, we had our first Pride Festival at Buchanan Park in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. And I think it was like 800 people attended. It was actually a very big thing. So the Lancaster Pride Board's main responsibility, obviously, is to put the festival on every June. But throughout the year, we work to build an atmosphere of safety and build bridges in the community. As I said previously, it takes between $13,000 and $15,000 to put on the Lancaster Pride Festival every year. So most of our funds go directly to that festival. Something new that we're starting is we're going to be doing an LGBT scholarship. And I think that's going to be between like $500 and $1,000. So all of our extra funds are going to be going into that account. Our main event is the Lancaster Pride Festival, and that is all about the attendees. If they don't like something, then we change it so that it better reflects the needs of the community. And that is the same for all of our events. All of our events are set up to meet the needs of the community. This past year, the Lancaster PA Pride Festival was bigger than it had ever been in any year in the past. Instead of using one small part of the park that we have always used, we moved to a different section so that we could use triple that space, because that's now what we need. As I said, we've also started the scholarship, so there are a lot of things that Lancaster PA Pride is now doing to grow and to meet the needs of a growing community. Being gay has now become a part of everyday life. We're finally being seen as normal and not something that needs to be treated or cured or changed. And you really see that with Lancaster Pride, because our event is growing not because a lot of people who are LGBT are coming from out of state or we're getting new people, but because we are getting families who are not LGBT. We are getting a lot of young people, we're getting a lot of children who want their families to bring them. And they may have ties to the LGBT community and they may not. So as far as that, our festival is becoming something that everyone is attending and that everyone is enjoying, and not just an LGBT event that LGBT people go to.